I've been saying I want to be a full-time writer for a little while now, if you've been following along on this channel. And I'm about to get that, or some version of that, but it's not exactly happening the way I had anticipated. So the saying goes, be careful what you wish for, you just might get it. Yeah, maybe I've been putting it out there for a couple months now that I would really like to say goodbye to my day job, my other job, be able to focus on my creative pursuits full time. And that is happening. That is the reality that is about to happen. It's not happening because I was able to leave my job. It's happening because the job is not going to exist anymore. It's an unexpected thing to have happen, but something that I feel no hard feelings about. I actually feel really, really great about it, because if I had quit my job, then, it just would be over. But because of the way things are unfolding, there is, we're leaving with good feelings, and there's a nice thank you bonus that's going to help create some buffer time where I actually will get to experience at least a couple months of full-time creativity. I haven't really shared anything about that job. That's not really what this channel is about. I don't think I've even ever said where I was working, what I was doing, and I'm not going to now. That's really not the point. The point of this channel has always been about my writing, about creativity, about embodying, the mindsets and the practices and beliefs and regulation, frankly, that we need in order to be able to pursue the creative things that we want to do. So I'm holding nothing but gratitude for that job, for that season. It's very interesting timing, because I got that job, I interviewed for it the day we moved to Turkey, and we are now preparing to move back to the US. So all of this is happening at one time, that, work is ending, full-time creative work, also an international move with 4 cats. So it's no small feat. It does explain where I've been for the last couple of months, why I haven't been posting here, or at least part of the reasons for that. But yeah, it is an exciting time, even though there is a lot of uncertainty in it. So my plan for this space here now is two things: to document in real time how this is all going for me, and also to share a lot about what I've been learning, which is largely about nervous system care. Because the biggest thing that I see for myself going into this time, where time opens up and suddenly I have full days to do whatever I want to do instead of having to do another thing that someone else wants me to do, is that if that doesn't feel safe and secure to my nervous system, then it's not going to happen. And so a big priority for me, what I've already started sharing about here on this channel, is what I'm doing to regulate myself, to ground myself, to make sure that I'm able to feel safe internally, so that I'm able to bring something forth externally. So there are a lot of question marks as we move forward, of course. Understandably, there's a lot that I can't really predict. I don't know if this is going to be the beginning of doing this full time and I'm never going to go back to another job. I don't know if come January or February I'm going to be looking for a different position, something remote or something in person where we've relocated to. I just don't know that yet. It's too much future tripping if I try and look that far ahead. So I'm just here to share what I'm going to be doing now, and the ways that I'm sort of pulling back and kind of trying to be smart about this. So if you've heard me say previously that I was trying to have 20 books published by my 40th birthday, which is in November, I pump the brakes on that a little bit, because I got to be smart about budgeting for covers. That's one thing. And also, as I may have just mentioned, we are moving internationally with 4 cats, which means flying twice. We can only take 2 at a time, and a job ending, and all this other stuff. And it was like, is this the right time really to push, to put extra pressure on myself to do all these things and perform and produce in all these ways? Probably not, especially if I want to start shifting my focus here to talking more about nervous system care and grounding and regulation and all of that good stuff. It would be very much a do as I say, not as I do sort of vibe if I was telling you don't overdo it and take care of yourself and pace yourself and don't burn out. And then, whenever I'm not recording, I'm just trying to create all the things and get everything done by some arbitrary date that, it's cool. It's cool to say I've been on the earth for 40 years, but does it really change anything? I'm not sure it does. So anyway, since I've been here last, I have published a few more novellas. They have beautiful artwork. I really love them. That's one thing I'm so excited to be in the US for, is to be able to get physical copies of those, because I've had such a headache in the past getting them sent to me here in Turkey. So I'll pop the artwork on the screen because they're so gorgeous, and they're really fun stories, all short little rom-com meet cutes set on airplanes. And yeah, because we got to romanticize travel any way we can, says the person who is about to take a couple, 1, 2, 3 very long flights. Anyway, all that to say, watch this space. Let's see how it goes together with no pressure. As I said, I will be sharing, practical, like how-to content about nervous system care for creative people. So if that's something interesting to you, definitely make sure to subscribe because it's coming. More and more and more of it is coming. And yeah, if you want to see how this journey actually goes, if I truly get what I wish for in terms of writing full-time, or if I end up, in a couple of months saying, yeah, it's time to go get a job at a coffee shop, which I've done before and I do love that. I could do it again. Anyway, if you want to see how it all goes, make sure to stick around because I will be sharing it here. So see you next time.